Hey, how's it going, guys? These are some of the worst relationship stories I could find on Reddit. Let's go. Boyfriend mad at me because he opened up relationship and got no dates. Am I the asshole for how I responded? Me and my boyfriend, both 37, have been dating for just over 3 years. Prior to this, I was single for 8 years. Overall, it's been a healthy relationship. We are both independent in our jobs, living situations, etc. I do love spending time with him. I don't really have any complaints. However, something that startled me was back about 6 months ago, him saying that he wanted to open the relationship up, meaning going on dates and sleeping with other women. I've never been in a dynamic like this, so I naturally had a lot of questions. He told me that I could just go on dates and sleep with other men. I honestly was a little skeptical at first, but after doing some research and having time to think, I agreed. He told me that if at any point I was uncomfortable, we could stop and close the relationship up again. One of the rules was we don't discuss with each other what we're doing or who we're going on dates with, etc. I signed up to a dating app. Within a few days, I had 500 plus likes, and it's been pretty steady since. So I started matching with people, texting, arranging dates. On average, I go on 1 or 2 dates a month. There are also some people in similar dynamics of open relationships that I am going on dates with and sleeping with regularly. I quite like the fact that everything is non-committal, so even though I was skeptical at first, I am enjoying the open relationship. As decided from before, I haven't told my boyfriend about any of this. I was at my boyfriend's house the other day and my phone was on the kitchen counter. He saw my notifications and then proceeded to go through my phone and read messages, including going through the dating app and whatnot. To say he was angry was an understatement. Turns out he opened up the relationship to go on a date with a younger colleague at his workplace, who misread his idea of a date just as a work lunch. He then openly told me that he wanted to see if it would work with her so he could ultimately leave me for her. However, she didn't want him, and it seems like no one else did either. In the last 6 months, he had a few rough dates, but no one additional to sleep with. I feel somewhat embarrassed for him. He demanded that we instantly close the relationship up, and I told him that maybe we should just end things or at least take a break. He was outraged and called me names, but he was the one who wanted this dynamic, so what's the problem? I left, and as I walked home, I was contemplating fully breaking up with him. He's been blowing my phone up, and I'm not quite sure what to say. Am I the asshole? Well, another tale as old as time. I've always said every time somebody wants to open up a relationship, it's either because they already have someone else in mind that they just want to see, or they just want to sleep with random people with no consequences, essentially. And like, what a dumb move on his part, the fact that he didn't even have a for sure thing with this colleague of his. Not that it would make it any better, but I mean, he didn't even get anything in the end.
Get fucked.
I mean, you already said that you were thinking about fully breaking up with him anyway. I would just go for it because it does sound like he doesn't really care about you because his ultimate plan was to leave you once this other lady said yes. But huge wrench in his plan, the lady didn't even care about him either. So what's his plan now? He has no plan B.
Go fuck yourself.
You should join the rest of the population in not dating him as well. Sounds like you're killing it. Have you considered asking out his work colleague? Oh, well, like I said, ultimately, I would just leave him too because he did not care about you. He wanted to see this other chick, and that whole thing blew up in his face. But I guess the one positive thing that came out of this is now you see his true colors. Now it should just be way easier for you to just dump this guy. Am I the asshole for not wanting to hear about friends' relationship anymore? So my friend, let's call her Isabel, is in a relationship with this guy, let's call him Damien. And hearing about it is driving me crazy. They've been together for 2 years and we've been friends for 1 year. All I hear about it is how terrible he is. He's emotionally abusive to her, angry all the time, unhelpful around the house, aggressive with her pets, and a host of other more petty issues. The biggest problem is that Damien is still legally married and in 2 years has done absolutely nothing to start the divorce process. This obviously bothers Isabel, but not bad enough to break up with him apparently. She's confessed to me about cheating on him a couple of... What the fuck? Okay. She's confessed to me about cheating on him a couple of months ago and is currently cheating as well since she and Damien are broken up at the moment. Wow, okay, well... You know, there's still more to the story, but I'm gonna go ahead and say y'all all suck.
You all suck. I quit.
She's not staying in their house, is with family, and has him dangling on thinking they're going to reconcile, so she thinks it's fine to sleep around behind his back at this time. I've been giving her advice to stay away from him and take time for herself to figure things out and learn a little self-love, as I think she could benefit from it. She's been involved with another ex of hers lately and is still communicating with Damien, who apparently wants to start the divorce now and be with Isabel. All of this back and forth is nuts to me, and I know if she gets back with Damien, it'll be the same old complaining and telling me about the manipulative things he does, and then my advice to leave him falls on deaf ears. It's almost like she doesn't want anything better or healthy, and that is beyond frustrating to me. Am I the asshole if I tell her I need a break myself from all this drama? I feel guilty in some way knowing she's cheating and doing these things, and I can't necessarily say anything negative about it without being the asshole. Or at least it feels that way. Well, honestly, OP, my advice, my stance on it is that your friends fucking suck. It sucks because, okay, Damien needs to start his divorce process, right? Because he says he wants to be with Isabel. He wants to be with your friend. So he should finish the divorce. But also, what the hell is your friend's mindset that the fact that they're broken up or whatever, so she thinks it's okay in this point in time to cheat with other guys because they're not technically together anymore, but she still wants to hold on to this thread of a relationship with Damien by letting him think that they're gonna get back together. Like, what the hell is that?
Cunt. You're a cunt.
I mean, I don't even know these people, and I don't want anything to do with them either. From this story alone, like, okay, I don't know your friend, right? I don't know you guys' personal life, but just from this story, she sounds like a very toxic person. And I'm gonna just say, you have more life to live, you'll make other friends. I don't think you're gonna lose anything if you dump this friend. Am I the asshole for considering not telling my mom about an inheritance? My mom and dad divorced many years ago, over 25, and my mom has remarried. When they divorced, my dad had essentially left the country and just didn't come back, so there wasn't any kind of settlement. Now it turns out that I may have some inheritance coming now that my dad has died. My mom had off the cuff said that she has owed her share because of what happened with him leaving. However, as his only heir, he has left everything to me. I had always said if I came into any kind of money, I wouldn't want people to know because it complicates things, and I can't help but feel like it would complicate things with my mom because of what she said recently. Should I tell her? If I don't and she found out, it obviously wouldn't be great for the relationship either. Is the right thing to do to split it with her? I can't help but feel that the relationship ended a long time ago, and this has nothing to do with her anymore. If she hadn't made any previous comments, I would be more open. Edit, I want to clarify it's not a legal question. It's the risk I'm putting on our relationship if I tell her and she doesn't agree with the share and it causes resentment, or if I don't and she finds out and the same thing. I'm scared of losing both parents through this. Well, this is just a sucky position to be in. I think ultimately, if this is your dad leaving you this settlement or inheritance or whatever, and he's leaving it to you specifically, then ultimately it's your decision to do what you want with that inheritance. I will say it is somewhat scummy of your mom to just straight out say, like, if you get anything, I'm getting half. I'm owed half. And on top of that, this is just such like an old story. Like, how many stories do you have to read of like a family or somebody winning the lottery and then the people around them get so greedy and it just all crumbles on them? But as far as your question of like not telling her, I can almost guarantee you she's gonna find out. So I would just be straight up and honest. If anything, this is just gonna show you what kind of person your mom is. Talk to a lawyer first. As much as it sucks to say, then maybe you should lawyer up, because if your mom's already hounding you saying that she's gonna get half, because what if you don't tell her and she finds out and then she decides to take you to court? That would be a very shitty thing to do as a mom, but I don't know. Hopefully you figure that out. Am I the asshole for wanting to end our relationship because my girlfriend sort of cheated in a threesome? This all started when my girlfriend and I did a kink quiz a while back. Basically, we found some online quiz for couples to help bring some new sex/kink ideas into the bedroom. I selected group sex as an interest of mine and she did not. After we compared, she said she was a little insecure that I picked that as something I wanted to try. I told her it's not something I need or want right now, but the idea is pretty hot. She still felt weird about it, so I said let's just not bring it up again, and the conversation pretty much ended for a while. A couple of months ago, she brings it up again and she says that she's actually interested in it now. I was confused, and quite honestly, I thought it was a test. I told her again that I don't really want that right now, but we could talk about it as a fantasy if she wanted. We both thought a couple swap would be more ideal because I'm not bi, and she's really not sure if she would be interested in women. She then told me that maybe we could explore it in the near future. Well, 2 days ago, she told me she had met up with another couple and decided to have a threesome with them after a girls' night out. Wow.
What the fuck?
I was dumbfounded by the disclosure, and I told her that it was cheating, but she claims it isn't. Her reasoning is that she was insecure and needed to take the first step. But now that she has, she realized it's no big deal. Now she wants to sign up for a swinger dating site that the other couple was on. I left and haven't returned since the discovery, but I'm seriously considering ending things. We've only been dating for a year, but things were getting serious. This is definitely cheating, right? Or should I have never even brought this up? Bro, how crazy is it that you think that you're in any way the wrong person in this situation? You don't take the first step by going outside the relationship and having a threesome with random people. What logic is that?
What are you, fucking retarded?
Honestly, in some way, this sounds like a power move. Because it sounds like if anyone was gonna take that first step or, I guess, like sleep with another person in this relationship, she wanted to be the first one. And I don't like how she's phrasing this, that it was like on the whim. Like after a girl's night out, she just happened to meet a couple and she just decided to have a threesome. Like, no, this is definitely premeditated. This again is like one of those situations that I find with like a lot of these Reddit stories. It's like, why would you even post this? Why would you need advice in this situation? Like, I think it's blatantly obvious what you should do and fucking leave her. Not the asshole, this is cheating 200%. Saying that group sex is something you're interested in doesn't mean that you're free to go fuck other people without your partner's knowledge. Those things are discussed, boundaries are placed, etc. I don't know if she's delusional or what, but break up with her. Not the asshole, it's clearly cheating. Either she's phenomenally stupid to think that it wasn't cheating, or she knows it was wrong and wanted to hurt you. That's the thing too that I keep thinking about, like it seems very intentional. The fact that she was so insecure about you saying that you were slightly interested in that topic, and she just let that fester for so long until she had a breaking point, and she took it out on you by cheating on you. So this is clear cut, you're not the asshole, dump her, pack her bags, kick her out, and just move on. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Reddit, Am I the Asshole? If you guys enjoyed these stories, leave a like, leave a comment. Also, if you're feeling like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But that's going to go ahead and do it from me, and I will see y'all in the next video. Later.